Hey everybody, it's me again with another video. I just wanted to share out how to embed a Google form on your website. I know I helped Kathy J do an attendance form, so I want to add one to my page, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So first thing, obviously I have my site page open. I'm going to go to Google, and I'm going to click on the waffle, and I'm going to go to I can either go to Drive and add it from there. I don't know if they have a form tab here or not. So let's just go to Google Drive. And over here, I'm going to click on New. Let's run a little bit slow right now. And I'm going to hit More or hover over More. And then I'm going to click on Form. So it's going to help me create a new Google form, and I'm going to name it. Whoops. I'm going to name it Daily Attendance. Okay. That'll fill that in. Please fill this form out daily to be counted for attendance by 4 p.m. I think that's what the district mentioned. So here I'm just going to add name. Okay. And as you notice, when you type something here, it kind of guesses what kind of question you want here. So it's going to ask short answer. If that's not correct, you can change it to a bunch of different things. But of course, we want short answer, so we're going to leave it as that. I'm going to check this to be required, because what that will do is it will force somebody to put in an answer there, and it will not let them submit unless they fill out the required questions. Over here, you have a bunch of different options. You can import, and what we want to do is we want to add a question. All right. And I might say more of like an entrance exit ticket, sort of. What is something that you learned yesterday? And see how it changed to paragraph. Okay. I'm going to say required, sort of like a morning meeting, a share out. And then I'm going to, what is one question you have from yesterday that you need help with? And that changes it to paragraph. And I'm going to make this required. If you ever want to go back up and make a change, if you just click on the question box, if you decide you want to delete, you can delete, you can duplicate, there's a couple different options. So it's just going to be a quick 3-question attendance check-in. I want to change the theme to something fun. Well, I don't know if that's fun or not, but anyway, change the image. Okay. Your responses are up here. One thing that you can do in any Google form is you can, over here, if you see where this red circle is, it says create a spreadsheet. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to create a new daily spreadsheet. Okay, so it's going to create it for me. The one advantage of that is a couple things. Obviously, I didn't ask the date of the attendance, but when somebody checks in, it gives a timestamp for you. Okay, and then so it'll say, Matt, I answer these questions. but it'll give me the timestamp of the day and the time that they had checked in, mainly the day. So that way you can organize, you can sort it by day and things like that. But that's kind of important. So then I go back. If you ever close out of that and lose that form, or I don't say lose it, it's always in your Google Drive, but you can come back to the form and you can click on that again and it will it'll bring you back to the form, and you can check that every day or a couple times a day, whatever, or at the end of the day to put in attendance. So now I'm going to go, so I've got my Google form all set. There's no sharing. Forms is one thing that doesn't have any sharing restrictions. No, well, actually it does. I take that back. So you want to restrict by default, you want to uncheck this because, again, students may be logged into on a computer, not into the Portland Public Schools. So if they're not signed into their school address, then it's not going to let them fill out this form. Hit save. Again, that's settings, the little gear up here. Click on the gear. Make sure that it's not restricted to the Portland Public Schools. Do not limit to one response because you want kids to come back and fill that out every day. Other than that, you're all set. So now you go to your website. I'm going to put it somewhere down in here. And I'm going to scroll down and see where it says forms. I click on forms. Go back. So down here, forms. Right here. I'm going to click on forms. And then it's going to give you all the forms that you have in Google Drive. I'm going to double click that. And there's your daily attendance. Make it wide. Okay. And then they can submit an answer right on your home page. Whether they do it in Google Classroom or if you're in first or second grade or kindergarten not using Google Classroom, parents can go right to your website, scroll down, do your daily attendance. Okay? So I hope that helps. And the great thing, and I'm going to talk about this with Google Docs, is this is a static, or no, I'm sorry, this is a dynamic document. So if you go back and you figure out that you want to add a question to your form, when you go back here and you go to questions and you go to down here, add a question, test, and it's multiple choice. If I refresh this, it should show up, hopefully. I'm hoping. All right, let's see if it showed up. And there it is, test. Okay, so this is a dynamic form. Anything that you change here, now I'm going to delete that because I don't want that there. And that's the great thing, and that's going to be my next video on Google Docs. So if you add to a Google Doc, you don't have to republish it to your website. It automatically finds that document, and anything you put in that document, it will be here. Okay, so I hope that helps, and we'll see you next time.